My fellow Americans and friends around the world, today I want to talk about a sport that has captured the hearts of many. Professional darts. In recent times, it seems that this noble game has faced divisions, much like the challenges we've confronted in our own history. But just as we have always risen above our differences, so too can the world of darts. It's up to the new leaders and emerging talents in this sport to step forward, bridge the gaps, and guide us all towards unity. And may the best players win.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the CSC Challenger Series. I'm your guest hostess with the mostest, Jen Mounts, joined by Nick Teixeira this evening. Our fourth place match is about to be underway. Rick Henze, Ram Guevara. We didn't get enough of them during TOC, folks, so this is going to be a tasty treat as we enjoy some singles action. So, Nick, based on what we witnessed during the Tournament of Champions, Ram shocking us with his dominance in the CSI, and Henze having a surprisingly nervous run all the way through the elite finale, what does Rick Henze have to do tonight to pull off the W?
Guys, that was the best opener in CSC history. First off, let's just start there. I immediately raised the bar. Second off, you said the word hostess. I started thinking snack cakes. Third off, this match is everything you chalked it up to be, Jen. This is going to be phenomenal. I mean, you mentioned it. Ram getting that big CSI win. And it was about a year ago today almost where he played Mike Maloney in the finals of season 5. And I went on the interview and called the Ram comeback tour 2024. Well, here it is, right? We've seen it. He's on a mission. But Rick Henze, he's made 2 finals in the CSC. He's made it in season 2 and 3, I believe, against Leonard Gates both times. He's not afraid of playing some tough Houstonians in what should be an all-out brawl here. What else could you want out of this?
I mean, honestly, if I'm Rick, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to have to adopt an alter ego at this point, because if you've been playing the game this long and you've had plenty of experience against top talents and even playing in the CSC so many seasons in a row, to kind of feel those nerves come back from major competition, I think it's time to think I'm a completely different person. I don't know who Ram is. I don't know who I am. I'm going to come in and just be someone else tonight.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at meeting our players here. Starting off with the juggernaut, Rick. Last coin out of Carey. Averaging a 5.03 MPR and a 55.5 win rate. He's up about 0.04 from last time we saw him on a main feed here. Of course, throwing those win more Rick Henze 19 gram darts. And looking at Rick Henze, the biggest thing tonight is, can he overcome the nerves? He talked to Leonard Gates about it. He even talked to us about it, about how he has felt a little nerve, also a little bit of pain from a sciatic nerve. These are factors that I feel like when you get into a CSC match, there's something about it that just really draws you in, and those stats are not representative of the Rick Henze we're going to see tonight, and I'm willing to bet that he throws above those numbers here. It's Rick Henze, guys. I mean, it's Rick Henze, 2-time finalist. You feel like he's kind of due for one, but then again, on the other side of this, you got Ram Guevara, Scrooston, playing for Star City Amusements. Location is the stadium. Years played for about 13 and some change now, averaging a 5.72, second highest in the CSC Challenger Series with a 67.3% win rate. The first place in win rate currently. Throwing his new Super Darts, Ram Guevara Jr., 9 gram barrels. And we say it every time, but 9 gram barrels is absolutely ludicrous. I don't even know. I mean, if he keeps any form of what he threw in that CSI, this is going to be a tough battle for the better Henze.
So, Nick, remind me about the prize pool. Money's starting to get really phenomenal with the CSC. What is the winner guaranteed tonight?
That's a great question that I was almost ready for, but I had the wrong page pulled up. Hold on. I'm so ready. Wait. So 5th, 6th place just finished with $600. Tonight, loser takes $1,300. Winner gets guaranteed $1,750. And of course, they're all going for that first place prize of 4,500 bones. And that's a lot of bones.
Looks like players are getting ready here soon. And folks, if you've never watched before, you picked a hell of a time to start because I'm never here, let's be honest. So that's a delightful treat. But more importantly, this is our 4th place match and prize money is incredible, as Nick just mentioned. So let's quickly go over how the CSC works. It's a double elimination style tournament. The players will play a race to 9, best of 17 legs, all cricket, with a cork at the start of the match. The loser of the previous leg will start the next leg after that. And if any player is down 3 or more legs, they will continue to go first until that deficit is reduced to 2 legs. So if we go the distance, the players will cork for start in the last leg decider.
Forgot to warn you about that part of the spiel, by the way.
Yeah. I'm coming in blind, guys.
Listen, but you might be coming in blind, but you can definitely hear us loud and clear. You got those Hello Kitty headphones on. That is incredible. I didn't know you actually collected Hello Kitty headphones.
If I may, guys, Nick called me like 2 seconds ago and was like, Jen, there's no one better than you. Can you please just we just need to change here at the CSC. And unfortunately, I had no other headphones but these available and no great speaker. But guys, we pulled it together. It's going to be okay. And I do not have a Hello Kitty fetish.
Okay, you might. I don't know because hold on, we just have to take a quick look at these headphones. Are we all seeing this over here? I'm just saying that's phenomenal work, everybody.
Hashtag not a fetish. I swear.
Getting into the match here, as Ryan Mooneyham would say, our good friend in comms, Rick Henze did win that diddle. He's going to get the start here early on. It's about setting his pace for himself, setting that precedent, and really getting comfortable. You can see that man's ready to throw, and he's happy that he can do no sleeves and shorts, by the way. That is a dart player that does not love the dress code at TOC.
Yes, a beautiful 7 to start. I feel that 7 marks win the leg. Ultimately, we can have as many booms as possible, but it's those clutch moments and those 7 marks that really carry the pace of the game for me as I'm watching.
Yeah, and we talked about it, right? 5 mark open is the best worst opening, right? Because it's the only amount of marks you can hit while still having a 9 mark hit against you hurt. So yeah, 7 marks is going to be that target line every single open. But Ram on the bottom of the board, I see right here, Rick Henze's immediately going for this aggressive close. He knows you don't leave Ram the 19s and 17s. That guy loves to tear up the bottom of the board.
I will say, growing up watching cricket strategy, it's been a big change looking from Asian strategy, especially with the long history of cricket in that area compared to American strategy being a lot more aggressive, and it makes it so much more enthralling as a spectator. So it's fun for us, but I'm screaming in my head the whole time.
Well, the strategy's just kind of changed in the last few years. I think a big reason that I selfishly will point to the CSC Challenger Series because I really feel like we've seen in elongated cricket formats how optimized the game can get. But also, it's just the game has had to change with how players are getting more and more efficient with their strategies, with their marks per rounds. You have to adapt because people just throw higher averages than they used to. I do want to say to everyone in chat here, Will Stewart did give us an official 9 marks prediction line. He said 28.5 is the line tonight, folks. So that is going to be your betting line. Ooh. Are you taking the over? You taking the under? Let us know in chat and let us know where you are tuning in from to be entered in tonight's live stream giveaway here, as we are giving away a Shot Selt Baylor soft tip dart in 20 gram. You can tell I didn't read that ad read before I started doing it.
That's why Shot just had a launch recently. They're coming out with a few new darts as well, kind of continuing off of the Celt line, the Roman Empire line, incredibly popular. People are loving variations and weight options. So tonight we're doing Celt Balor soft tip darts in 20 grams. Once again, folks, comment on Facebook that you love Jen Mounts and she's much better than Will Stewart for a chance to win.
That's it. That's the exact comment you have to leave. Well, here we go. You can see Ram is going to get a shot here at the 20s if he wants with the point lead. He does take it, but it doesn't collect. That could be a good timely miss here for Rick Henze's sake.
He's missing just a little to the left and right. I think those lighter weight darts, they don't carry their weight to the board as well, whereas Rick is missing a little more up and down, which has been in his favor thus far. He's very in control of this opening leg.
Yeah, and that's the thing with rim. You have to throw your dart super hard when you're throwing that light of a weight because you're not having any of the natural glide or inertia with your dart throw. Do you see Mikey York saying, can't wait to see you guys all at the Oklahoma Throwdown? Yeah, that did just get confirmed and locked in. We will be at the Oklahoma Throwdown the first time back after, I believe, 2 years off. So excited to be back at that event there. That'll be in mid-March. Of course, Jason saying, Jen for president, a vote we can all get behind.
Have you guys liked this season's theme? Our presidential campaign theme's been hilarious. I don't know what we're going to do next season, Nick.
I'm going to be honest. I think we talked about what we're going to do next season. I immediately deleted it from my brain. So I'm super excited. Every time a CSC season ends, I immediately hyperfixate on the WCS. And then as soon as that's over, I'm like, all right, time to focus on this again. It's always never any game of chase. Look at that. Rick Henze dominating this first leg.
Color me impressed. I if he's starting the tone this way, I'm excited for Rick. I think this has been a very strong open for him.
Well, and it's just as much as Rick doing a nice consistent. I mean, you expect 5-4 to be the average winning leg. If you're averaging a 5-7 an opponent and you're a 5-0, that means that most legs will be won around a 5-4. That being said, it's more so, does Ram pick up that pace and start throwing that 6+ gear that we're used to seeing him in nowadays?
Beautiful, beautiful win. Shot through the darts into the double bowl. That's quite difficult. I'd recommend people practice doing that. Practice with a block dart. Especially when you're corking, it's critical to try to beat one hole in with a block dart there.
Yeah, I think one of the things we get desensitized with doing the CSC is how many times we've seen something where a player does this incredible shot and we're just so desensitized to it.
Is that a boom goes the dynamite for Ram? Sean, I will not let you down. I will not let you down, buddy. I'm going to wait for all the triples to show up on the screen. We're going to do this right. No more 8 marks.
Oh man, that was a great boom call. I love the hesitation before committing to it anyways. That's the true Sean Green method. That's the Sean Green method. I do appreciate everyone in chat here saying that they're not going to mute the stream for once. We appreciate that, everybody.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
Not to us, just to you. Oh boy. Well, you can see right now Ram's taking full advantage of his throw, and that's entirely what's to be expected. This hyper aggressive off to the races strategy, plays conservative on the first, defending that high ground, and then he runs away at the bottom of the board. And with the 2 marks on the 17, I personally want Ram to start at 17s here. If he hits a 4 mark on them, he gets the point lead and a second house.
Same. And that he does.
3 mark. That was bad math for my part. Oh, look at this. He is feeling good right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say Ram started off cold. I think he was just missing ever so slightly left and right. So maybe just a little too much energy coming into leg 1, and now the nerves are calm. And we saw, I think, there was a bit of chaos going on in the bar as we were setting up for the match. So that could have had just like a quick mental shift for him, and he's right back in it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that people don't really consider when they look at these CSC matchups, but that's a great point, Jen. The fact is that the board was having issues right before the match started. I don't know. I think Daryl Cortez's ugly mug just broke it by looking at the board. But in either case, the board was having issues and they were trying actively to fix it. And I always tell the player, I'm like, you go and play on a sideboard and I'll talk to people in your bar until it gets up and going. But thankfully, they were able to get it going as Rick Henze goes ahead and loads up a boom goes the dynamite on that one.
Excellent, Nick. Good job.
Thank you. I practice way more often than I'd like to admit.
You wake up and say it in the mirror.
Oh man, look at this though. Ram does not get the close on the 16s here. Henze gets a golden opportunity now. He just can actually steal this leg right from behind.
This is what's mind-boggling to me is how close the point game is nowadays, and how in an instant it could change, and Rick could have gained the advantage there, but did not capitalize on that moment. So that's going to be an easy quick close for Ram. Double bull.
Yeah, there he goes. Nails the double bull in the last start too. Good save of a leg. There we go. Sorry, was just getting our stats updated here. Currently, after 2 legs, Ram sitting just below that 5-mark target line at a 4.98. Rick Henze doing what he's supposed to do here, right? Raise his average up 5.46 after 2 legs.
And Nick, I do want to talk about the increase in performance, especially NPR. We're talking about a bit of a deficit here for this 4th place match, and it's just kind of crazy how far the CSC has come to where even your Division 2 is just getting out of control. I mean, it's interesting how on paper it may not seem like such a big difference, but I would say there is quite a deficit in this leg, correct? Or this match.
Yeah, there is. So if you look at this on paper, you see a 5.72 versus a 5.03. A 0.7 NPR difference should be a clear cut. This is who wins the match. This is who loses the match. But there's a little bit more to it nowadays with the averages. Once you're at that 5-0 line and more, anybody has the potential to win any match at any given moment. As Rick Henze goes ahead and
goes the dynamite.
I love it. But the reason you're starting to you see this average discrepancy, and I say don't worry about it, is because where they're at in the tournament bracket. As we get back to back, they tell me to shut up and I should listen. It's truly just Rick's someone that can perform at the highest level when he needs to, and this match will force him to have to play better than a 5-0, and therefore he will play the best of his game. If he doesn't, he simply will just get molly-whopped.
Molly whopped. That is a new one.
Thank you.
Wow. Both carrying a 7-0 average right now. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, guys, why are you all saying it sounds better when Jen does the boom? That's terrible. You guys are such traitors.
Nick, that's called taste.
So, no, but here's the problem, Jen. Here's what you're not realizing is when you're gone and I'm here with Shauna Will, they're all like, oh, you guys got to be nicer to Nick. Be nicer to Nick. And then as soon as you join, everyone's like, get rid of Nick. Get rid of him.
Nick, sir,
ridiculous.
A lady is present, okay? And the chat understood the assignment. Will Stewart has not joined yet, but a single lady is present.
A married single lady. Let's just
pardon. Yeah.
Guys, at least the darts are great because our commentary, this is about what you would expect from a Nick and Jen duo. And I hope you guys are enjoying it. Over 1,000 of you guys tuning in across the platforms. Make sure to leave a comment to get entered into tonight's giveaway for a chance of some shot darts that I messed up the pronunciation for once already.
That's okay. Honestly, it just depends if you want to go the cultural route. But yes, our Kelp Ballard darts, 20 grams, you guys. This is what we call launch season over at A to Z Darts. It's a very stressful time where every manufacturer in the world launches an infinite amount of darts and we have to keep up. So a lot of exciting things in the fall winter season. As always, tons of specials coming to you this month. You can always check out everything that's happening. Just click on banners on our homepage, atozdarts.com.
Again, we just need to bring you in. We're going to pre-record you doing ad reads and then just put you in the mix. Rick
Wow.
is doing a good job of defending his throw here. He's doing right now. It's going to be holds across the board. And if anything, if I'm Rick, I'm kind of mad I didn't have the opportunity to just steal in the previous leg because that's where you can absolutely separate yourself in the matchup like this.
Ooh. You know, with how close points are, I'm like dying inside. Every round is a clutch round, and even the pressure of hitting that single pie close is just, the weight is so heavy. Beautiful darts, Rick Henze.
Yeah, 5.55 best the 5.5 there. Absolutely incredible stuff and a good standard to really kind of continue the pace. But Rick Henze does defend his throw there. It is going to be 2-1 in the favor of the wiser Henze. I'm trying to decide how I want to clarify which Henze's which. The more handy Henze? Sorry, that's the line? Is that the line?
I can't. Talk about desensitized, by the way. As I'm over here sweating. We're only on leg 4, and I had a second layer of clothes on before we started, and I'm telling you, the points being so close is blowing my mind. You guys are used to this, but every part of me, all training of 10 years is I want to be 4 marks more ahead in points at all times, and that's not even to a place where I feel comfortable yet.
But here's the difference too: is we've watched over the last 7 seasons these strategies change. Because you look at season 1 3 years ago to the day almost. I can tell you for a fact that we were more in that traditional point. If you're not up a 9 mark, you're not ahead type mentality. And that strategy is still very true. And I will still advise, if you're between the average of a 2.5 to a 5.0, apply that strategy. But the thing is just the top level. I mean, again, it's really just been refined to efficiency and trying to make your darts just more effective on a point per mark basis.
That's fair too. With long format cricket singles, you're throwing a lot of darts within this hour period, and I can understand and respect that you really need to preserve your energy and your endurance by making the game tighter and faster and kind of putting the gas on and really genuinely putting your opponent on the spot every single round. It's I applaud them.
Well, Mike Maloney's applauding you for your point first strategy, by the way. He's a big fan. He still applies the old rule book there. And I do want to shout out Serenity Johnson saying she got first in an adult youth event at DDOT. Congratulations, Serenity.
I'm still on a high of Tournament of Champions. We've had so many incredible wins. And the reason I bring up the points is because I've just witnessed too many times people lose a critical leg because of one simple choice, one strategic choice that went wrong, and just abysmally terrible strategy of too many hero darts, too aggressive when they're not performing well. I can understand a timely aggressive moment, but if you're underperforming, you're just guaranteed to lose the leg.
Yeah, here's the thing when you're trying to evaluate when you should or should not go for like what I call a go-ahead shot, like a big time close or a very aggressive dart that would otherwise be safer pointed. The biggest mentality is, am I okay with taking this 50-50 right now? Because when you're playing an even dart match where both you and your opponent are playing in very similar levels of ability, the idea is I'm going to control how many times I have to flip this coin, and I'm going to try the best to make sure I only have to flip it when I absolutely need to. And that's how I think about it.
Yeah, I like to think of it as the percentage chance. What is the percentage likelihood that I will actually hit this? Whereas if I just hit a single mark, that is going to propel the match in my favor over and over and over if I continue to at least just focus on 3 marks per round, at the very least in the intermediary level. But as you're saying, we're witnessing the absolute top of the top in the country. So it is a different conversation that needs to take place, but it worries me for all the spectators watching. They're like, I'm going to be like these guys.
Just guys at home, if you're ever asking yourself, should I do what Danny Baggish does or should I do what Mike Maloney does? The answer is no. In life, in darts, in whatever you want. Ram here just needs to close the corner pockets to get this leg sealed away and keep it chalk across the board here. Does not get the 15s closed, but pushes it just out of reach for Rick to do any real damage.
I will say, in favor of the aggressive strategy, it makes for such an incredible viewership moment because typically what you see is this incredible battle between the 20s and 19s. And once we get to the first half of the leg over, it's kind of like wham bam, thank you ma'am, the leg's done. It's not as interesting. It's a clear, obvious they're going to hit the hat trick close. But these legs are quite the opposite. If anything, I'm more enthralled watching the bottom half of the leg play out and these huge moments of point ahead close, double bull out. It's just unbelievable the amount of like crazy finish moments that you get from 01. The excitement of why 01 is on major television is those checkout moments. You're just on the edge of your seat, and that's how I feel watching every leg here.
Yeah, and I actually just did a whole video kind of breaking down Division 2 matchup of Zach Fuchs and John Pilgrim. Most games are won and lost on the corner pockets. And when you get to the latter half of the legs, let's look at that. Ram
wow.
said, here, I'll show you one of those finishes right there.
Thank you for playing out my point exactly. It's crazy. I mean, they're raising their averages, finishing the leg. You never see that. With proper strategy of what we're talking about, pointing ahead, they're typically lowering their average at the end, hitting those 3 bulls or even 4 bulls.
Yeah, it's incredible. And they continue to raise their average. Now, after 4 legs, Ram has went up from a 5.0 to a 5.39. Rick Henze's gone up from a 5.4 to a 5.68. And this is about the standard that Rick Henze's going to have to maintain throughout the night. Ram Guevara going to have to bring it up just a little bit more, which he's on pace to do so.
Oh.
Incredible.
Rick throwing his arms up, knowing he had kind of a whoopsie dart there. It's funny, to our eye, it's a couple centimeters off, but in his mind, he's like, that was way off the way it felt. The moment it released from his hand, I think he knew, oh, there, I missed my 9.
I think that's one of the hardest concepts to explain to a non-dart player is being able to tell before the dart leaves your hand if it's going to hit or not. Like I can tell you the second I start to do my release, I can tell you if it's going to hit or not. And in fact, I've live commentated my own darts showing that I can do that because you just have a feel for it. Look at this, Rick. How about that? Another 7.
I think he's starting to lose his confidence on the last dart, or adrenaline's hitting him. I don't know which it is, but his weak dart is the last dart.
Tyler asking, what were our commentator picks for tonight? So 28.5 was the 9 mark line set by Will Stewart. He did send it in to me. I had this going 9-6 Ram. We actually haven't talked about this yet. I had it going 9-6 Ram. But I also fully believe that if there was a match I wanted to see a last leg decider of, it will be this one.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Nope.
Psych. Oh, no. Oh, I messed up so early. Oh, no. All right, guys. That was my time here. I'll see you in the next one.
Bye, Jen. See you later.
Bye.
Oh, no, it's okay. Sean would have messed up the ad read by this point, so we'll call it even. We will call it even. But Rick in full control of this leg, Ram not really in touching distance. And that's because he started with a 4 mark, right? When you start with a 4 mark and Rick started with the 7, he was able to attack downstairs immediately. He's averaging a 7.25. He's not leaving any room here. Yeah,
I mean, incredible. I don't think we talk enough about how difficult it is to be able to pivot from triple 16 to across the way 215 and then straight on dead at the bowl. Like that's a difficult transition.
Yeah, I actively encourage people to practice using a bowl to triple transition and they're like out shots. For instance, I practice 132 on the steel tip board every day. Look at that. 7.15. That's gorgeous. And Ram with a 4.0 will bring down his average.
I'm just blown away. I think I was expecting a slow increase of performance over time, but we're so early in.
Yeah, I mean, it's also one of those things where I think Rick was just really well aware that he has to set a precedent early on. If he shows that same first round blues that he had playing with Leonard Gates in the elite finale, he simply just wasn't going to be in this match. And I think on the other end, Ram is just doing what he's supposed to do, holding his throw, but he has not shown that same level of electricity that we saw him have in TFC. It was incredible the way he was throwing out there.
Boom goes the dynamite. Yeah, there we go.
Crushed it.
It's going to take me a couple more to get comfortable again.
It's okay. The chat's 50-50 on the booms anyways.
Chat, be kind.
And see, there you go. That's that aggressive shot, right? So Ram knows his throw's under attack immediately after a 3 mark open. He takes advantage of closing the higher ground, but also on top of that, he has to just slow down Rick here and give himself a chance to get a number to point on and get back in this leg. You can't risk a break of throw at this point. Oh, what a shot.
Man, Rick's looking comfortable. I honestly, it's crazy to think about. He talks to us about his nervy run through the elite finale, but at the end of the day, think about this, guys. Say you're performing at the highest level with Leonard Gates, and you've had moments where you've struggled all day long. You get to the final leg or the finale match. I mean, we watched as he really came alive, and still with that whole mental memory of just struggle. Shine, especially the last leg. We almost had a perfect 9 mark open for all 4 players in round 1. Naturally, Sugar Shane Johnson screwing that up for the glory of it, but it was incredible, and he was so clutch. I honestly cannot conceive of struggling all day and being so. For me, I'd be so embarrassed by that, and to just come out strong and just really get the job done in the end of the day.
Well, that's what separates, the average high-level player from a true professional player. There's a reason Winmore picked him up, right? It's the fact that, anybody could just not have a bad day where they're just not locked in, where they're just not feeling it. But if there's a man to snap himself out of it, that's the one.
Rick Henze, beautiful. 2 back-to-back legs, capitalizing on Ram's a little bit of a cold shot, again, missing a little bit, left and right again. I think it's going to take a little bit of a break for him, maybe slow his pace, or I don't know, because he's pretty aggressive at the line. He's quick to approach the line and throws fast. So I don't know if it's going to be a change of pace or what that will get him back ahead.
Ram's not going to really pay much mind to this. If anything, Ram's thinking, please just let me get this leg and get this break started. Because we all know the break is the grand equalizer. Rick Henze can throw back-to-back 7-0s and win, but that break can just cause you to lose that momentum. It can give a little bit of a reset in yourself. If Rick punishes this open in here, though, and goes up a 5-2 jump, that would be absolutely insane, not even counting the membrane.
Oh, if he had opened with triple 19, I think he would have went for that close on the 20.
Yeah, if he shoots a 4 mark down there, he definitely gets at least one dart. But Ram's let off the hook here. Oh, but Ram back-to-back 3 marks.
Oh. At least he's staying within the segment now, because he was getting so unlucky hitting the neighboring triples, banging the neighbors. Whereas, imagine he hits first triple and then 2 singles, 5 mark versus 3 mark rounds is going to be a game changer for him.
Yeah, and with Ram, if he dials that in, like you said, not only will it be a game changer, but it'll put Rick under some serious pressure. Again, Rick kind of letting him off the hook with that transition dart not connecting, going into the trip 5.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, both these guys are thinking, just get through tonight. Just get through tonight, especially because I feel like whoever wins tonight is going to be favored over current defending champion Danny Baggish in the 3rd place match. And that's a bold take, because every season after season 1 of Division 1 has had back-to-back repeat champions. But just going off the form check, I think these guys are in slightly better form than Danny. And they're thinking, if I get through this, I might just go straight to the finals. They won't say it like that because it's Danny Baggish they still have to play. But that's kind of in the back of your mind. It's eating at you a little bit.
This might be the slowest leg we've watched so far, with the struggle back and forth of who is going to close the other's first house first. And I think that's going to be it. It will be that one advantageous move that's going to run with the rest of the leg.
I don't know if I could spell advantageous, Jen. I'm gonna just keep it real.
That's
here.
Okay.
Keep it real.
That's okay.
Whoa, Tyler Henze attacking his dad in the middle of that. I don't know what that was. He just wants to get his time on camera.
And there he goes. Slow start for Ram, but a battle. And now he has the higher ground, is what you guys call it.
Yeah, that's what Sean loves to call it. Danny definitely calls it as well. We actually, when Danny and I commentated our last event together for the Florida Bullshooter, we actually made a bet to see how many times we would say it throughout the weekend, and we got it to under 5, believe it or not. We kept using every other synonym we could think of, but we got there. Yeah, Ram doing a good job here. This is a very important throw for Ram, though. He has to make sure to get himself in a more comfortable position, so that way Rick can't go behind and hit a big attack. This is not looking comfortable so far.
Oh, interesting. Okay, going to open the new house. It's so hard when you don't have that clear open target at the 20. He loves to switch. We know Ram's so comfortable moving around, hop skipping around.
Yeah, and right now Rick's thinking, man, first start trip gets me 2 singles for the close. And that doesn't go. That's an awkward spot. You can see, yeah, big deflection on the second dart there. I'm surprised he didn't move. But he doesn't like moving at the line too much anyways.
Yeah, I never did either. It just takes me out of it.
Now, I do like the switch up there, making Ram's 1 mark on the 17s basically non-effective.
Useless.
Yeah, but it only matters if Ram punishes. He does not really. I think that's the best case scenario here. Rick can really take advantage of this moment.
I think he hangs in there though. That was a decent way to kind of hold his ground. And for Rick, I mean, he can play incredibly aggressive and see if it works in his favor, which I think this would be the moment I would do it. He's going straight for points.
Here's the thing. If he tripped on the first dart, you take the shot for the 2 single close with the 2 house advantage. But he's just not getting the go-ahead dart.
Oh,
I don't
interesting.
like that.
On the last, yeah. Never that.
Never that. Whoa.
Never that.
Because this is just too easy of a collect for Ram. Look at that.
Wow.
I say it's easy. That's a tough
Talk
solo
about
mark.
timing.
Woo.
guys, how many rounds was that? And then that moment was everything.
Well, and this is so important, right? A 4-3 going into break versus a 5-2 are two different kinds of matches. And it sounds like one leg shouldn't make that much of a difference, but in a race to 9, it absolutely does. Rick basically tossing away this leg. He does grab the close on the 20, but inconsequential with no close in the corner pockets. Guevara is going to walk the dog.
Even that alone, he has the leg. It would require even a 9. A 9 is just not going to be enough, and that's crazy to say when a 9 does nothing for a leg.
So no matter what, though, Rick's going to go into this halftime here with the advantage. If you're Ram, what are you telling yourself? Like, give me you're Ram Guevara, and you're giving yourself a pep talk POV.
I'm blessed, and that's all I need to focus on. Oof, Rick. Valiant effort. But again, even the 9's just nothing in this moment. For the break, I don't think of Ram as someone that is all about pep talks. I think he's really just a vibe kind of guy, and he's just in the moment. And he's really not, probably out of everyone, not a head case.
That's probably extremely valid. I just like the version of it where you're like, I'm Ram and I'm blessed.
Well, that's true. That's probably exactly what he's saying. Like just do your
verbatim.
thing. You're blessed. Yeah.
Almost verbatim. Alrighty, folks, we're going to go ahead and get into that interviews here where I got a chance to sit down and talk with these guys, pick their brains a little bit, especially after both of their big wins in Kansas City, Missouri for the Tournament of Champions. Don't go far. We'll be back in just a moment's time to watch the conclusion of this 4-3 battle in a race to 9, 4th place CSC Challenger Series Division 1. How much more information can I fit in this? I don't know. See you guys in a moment. Here with presidential candidate of the CSC Challenger Series, Rick Henze. And Mr. Henze, it's a pleasure to have you step aside from your busy campaign to talk with us. Where's your campaign headquarters located tonight, and what company is backing you?
Tonight it'll be at Carrie's Bar in Little Falls, Minnesota, and the vendor is Midwest Coin Concepts.
Well, you had quite the week at TOC, including getting that big elite finale win alongside your fellow enemy in the CSC, it seems, Leonard Gates, as you guys have had some great finals against each other in the past. Can you talk us through that event? What were you feeling? What was your emotions like?
It was, it started off rough. I don't know if it was nerves or what was happening in the beginning, but everything felt great, but nothing was landing like it was supposed to. And I don't know, Leonard walked me through some things and just calmed me down, which is amazing, but he did. He calmed me down, and we kept it together long enough to get the victory.
And is it fair to say that after watching Ram put on the performance he did in the CSI, that this might be one of your toughest matches yet in the CSC Challenger Series?
I would say yes with his performance. I'm hoping he burned up some of it so he can't just throw it all against me. But, either way, it's pretty much hit triples and don't miss.
Yeah, and that goes right into the next question, right? What is the strategy to best this very tough opponent, as you guys are both really tough opponents?
It's going to be just stay calm. I have to stay calm, relaxed, and if he does get up on me, I just got to play my game, and hopefully it's enough to overcome it.
And to anybody that has struggled with nerves in big competitions, small competitions, or any competition alike, what advice would you give to them to try to get over the hump on those nerves?
I'd say the biggest thing is, you have to practice, of course, is one of the biggest things. And then, it doesn't happen overnight. None of us that play in the elite level, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. You get out of this game, what you put into this game, and believe in your darts, believe in your throw.
And is there anybody you want to thank for their support on your campaign trail this season?
Of course, my wife, always Cara, Tyler for always coming and supporting me when he's not still playing. Of course, Deadman Darts, Winmore, all those guys for believing in me and keeping me at my top performance.
We are excited to see you take the main stage once again here, an all-out brawl in the 4th place position of the CSC Challenger Series, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck.
I'm Rick Henze, and I approve this message.
New shot launch, September 2024. I'll be throwing and reviewing every new barrel paired with the one-piece flight deck system. A bunch of new colors are available now. Very different barrel shapes and grooves going on with the 2 new Celt models and the brand new Roman Empire model. I'll start the leg with the Celt Tyrannus, followed by Roman Empire Juno, and finally the Celt Valor. That exact rotation. Okay, here we go. Tyrannus gripping in the rear. Yeah, Ton 80. Cue the dance. Thanks, Will. I started with the Tyrannus for a reason. It's one of my favorites. That rear-weighted carrot shape is the bomb.com. Treble 18 for double 12. Yes.
Kansas City. Can you talk us through what were your emotions? What were your feelings in that final?
Feelings and every emotion was all there. I was just putting everything beside me. I knew what I had to do. I knew what I was capable of doing. And I kind of brushed that off. And I knew how my opponent, he's been playing. And I just had to overcome everything at that point.
Well, I mean, after that dominant performance you put in the CSI, it was truly something incredible. Do you feel like you're set up to make a finals run in the CSC now because of how good your form is?
Yeah. I've been playing very well. I've been playing a lot, practicing. I mean, as you can see, it shows. But I definitely trying to work my way up to the top again, to the finals. I know I'm capable of doing it, but just like today, you got to go through Henze. You still have baggage. Of course, you got Maloney, and it's nothing easier.
That is true. That is very true. And you mentioned Rick Henze, right? What are you going to do to get over top tonight against the Juggernauts?
Oh, man, I'm just keep doing what I'm doing. I've been doing. I mean, I don't think I'm going to change anything. I'll just play strong, play smart, and hopefully I can get the W out of it,
And for anybody that struggled with a hitch in their game, what advice would you give them to help them come out to new heights as we've seen it with your game?
Oh, man, I went through it for a little bit. I took a whole year off, and I played left-handed one whole year. You can ask anybody in Houston. They've noticed, they've seen it. Went to Bruce Shooters, played a year left-handed. And then I just started feeling comfortable turning it right-hander after a full year, stepping a little bit to the side, and then from there, everything just started clicking, and all of a sudden it just went away.
And is there anything you want to say to your supporters this year on the campaign?
Oh yeah, I want to thank my support system, my wife, all my sponsors that are sponsoring me, that have my back through all this whole year. I really appreciate everything. And hopefully continue with everything from here on, plus, to the future.
Well, I'm excited for it, and you're talking about the future, but a year ago, almost to the day, I said in an interview with you right before you played Mike Maloney in the Season 5 finals, the Ram Guevara comeback tour is on. It's clear that has been the case, and we are excited to see this banger of a 4th place match, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck.
I'm Ram Guevara, and I approve this message.
Welcome back, everybody. Looking forward to some great continued action here. To anybody watching at home, if the feed clicked off for a second there, it's because we did it on purpose. No, I'm just kidding, guys. We did have a little bit of an internet hiccup there, but you didn't miss any darts that happened during the interviews, and we're happy to be back live and proud. I'm Nick Teixeira, joined by the exotic Jen Mounts here on the comms.
Nick, that's never going to happen. That nickname is not real, and no one spread that. But otherwise, thank you for joining, because you picked a hell of a night to do it. I'm never here. It's a blessing to be here, honestly. I'm glad. The timing usually doesn't work out for me. I'm driving home when this show starts. So I'm glad to be here to substitute for just a little bit. and this is our 4th place match, and it's been incredibly exciting, Nick.
Yeah, it has been incredibly exciting. I mean, these guys have shown us that they're here to play, particularly Rick Henze, coming in at a 5.03 tonight, and he starts off after 7 legs, averaging a 5.95. That says a lot right there. 4.9 marks to Ram Guevara's 2. Ram is down to a 4.98, but admittedly, those last 3 legs, 4.0, 4.5, 4.8. And here, if you see the confusion at the board, it's because Rick is supposed to start this leg here, and it looks like they actually set the board wrong, which means that they're going to have to, unfortunately for Ram, if it does round out, he did have to forfeit a turn there, but it's on the players to make sure the board's set up correct.
Well, considering their strategy, I highly doubt they're going to round out. I don't know if you've even seen it in CSC history. Can you recall a time?
I'm sorry, repeat the question. I completely zoned out on you.
The cricket round out. I considering how aggressive everyone plays, I doubt that that's ever even happened.
It's less common nowadays, let me tell you, especially season 1, season 2, and in division 2, it's very common. So the reason we always bring up that player change, the most famous example, Travis Wilkinson versus Dennis Sandin season 1 matchup. They accidentally set up the board wrong, and they just pushed the button over to the next player. And it ended up actually being within a 50-point range and a round out. And so it actually did come into play. And ever since then, we've always tried to do our best to make sure these players know how the board setup process works to the best of our abilities. And these guys, they're veterans of the CSC. They know what they're doing.
Oh, interesting. I thought that Rick was going to be off with the races on this one, but Ram's going to relish in this opportunity to get back into the leg. He's had he was kind of dwindling down the last couple of legs, starting off hot, but it's kind of surprising to me because he shocked us with his dominance in the TOC Cricket Singles Invitational. So honestly, he looked like he shocked himself during his interview with his CSI win over Mike Maloney. He rendered himself speechless, and he could only just muster up the fact that he felt blessed. So I hope that streak kind of continues with him, but Rick is giving him a hell of a fight.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right, is when you look at Ram, it's not like he's not comfortable. He's playing at the stadium. He's played here countless times, including both times with Cheyenne Richards in the WCS finals, where he did his part and Cheyenne did her part as well. The difference is when you're in person, there's just a certain level of locked in or a fight or flight, really, where you can see, in this case, this is a perfect example. Ram was all fight. There was a little bit of flight from Henze out there. And that's the difference of just being face-to-face with the opponent. On the other hand, Rick's got a chance to just really get comfortable here. And there again, Ram, he's a big opening here for Rick. Jason Watts saying, hey Jen, joy to my ears. Look at that. That's our favorite North American Winmore rep. That's like the only one I know, but he's my favorite one.
You guys, again, you gotta like, share, comment on the Facebook feed for a chance to win in that raffle. Just say what you love about me and what you dislike about Will Stewart, and you're in.
If you say something about me or Sean, you're still eligible, but it's not as cool.
Yeah, you don't get double points like Jason Watt just got.
That's true.
With that lovely sentiment.
Does he get the winner giveaways? I don't know. He might be excluded. Ashton can win them. That's fine. Ray's going to try to shut the door on this leg. I want him to move to the 17s here. Stay there.
Yeah.
No. I don't know about the switch back.
I'm okay with it. It's a commanding point lane. It takes a dart out of Ram's hand. I think that this close to the end of the leg, it's going to work in his favor. However, Ram's heating up. Boom goes the dynamite.
Oh, boy. That was a juicer, Jen. That was the best one yet.
That was a juicer.
That was a juicer. But you see, Ram just... I'm going to move away from that comment. Ram beds the 17s there. And again, it's just such a comfort number. If you have an opportunity to close it, you should. Just because now Rick only hit a 2 mark on the 16s. Ram's going to be able to potentially hold us through. Yeah, that is a tough deflection.
Yeah, it's over. This is Rams. Close on 16? No. I would have expected him to go for the close for sure.
If it was any other number he was on, I would agree, but he just loves the 17 is Ram Guevara territory.
Who doesn't love the 17? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm a big fan. Huge fan. It's
Hands
like the
down.
19s, but to the right. No, don't say that. Tyler's here.
Well, Tyler, you're my boy. The 17 is the greatest for any right-handed player. It's perfect. It's the perfect segment.
Oh boy. Here we go. Ram, you got to take the opportunity at some point here. When is that opportunity? Right there.
Not
He's
yet.
staying on a congested number.
Not yet.
If any, on that last start, he doesn't even have to go 16. He could go for the 15s there and get that second house.
Exactly. Or poke a bowl. I don't know. There's so many things.
Oh, poke a bowl. I was like, Poke bowl.
Poke a
I was
bowl.
like,
Poke
that
a
sounds
bowl.
great. I want to order one for dinner. Give me a Poke bowl. Big fan. Rick's definitely showing the frustration. It's like this is the first time in the match where we've seen frustration really from both these guys, but especially from Rick right here.
They're stuck in this moment.
But now Ram gets to approach the point lead. You expect to go ahead and see a different board state after this turn here.
Oh, there he goes. Now he's moving on. Ooh, a triple 15 would have been killer with a 2-house lead.
But now it leaves the door open for the inverse shot right here, right? A 4 mark on the 16s does enough to get the point lead back. At this point, though, Rick is going to have to make a pistol play here. This is it.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Boom goes the dynamite for Rick Henze. No! Dang it! I forgot about the 17 mark. Oh, I hate myself. Oh, I quit. I officially quit, guys. It's been a lovely ride.
On 8 mark boom calls from Jen
my
Mounts,
gosh.
everybody. But Ram's going to be able to throw it right back here. So I love that idea of the shot as Ram does switch to the double.
Wow.
Rick there said, if I walk the dog, if I go 16, 17, 15 here, then I can go ahead and approach it with a 4 bull shot because it took Ram all 3 darts to close. Rick knows that he has to hit this 4 bull. If not, he's accepting that the leg was lost. Oh, it's a harder shot.
I'm on the edge of my seat. No, it's too high.
But that's, again, taking the 50-50. Him going for that 8 mark was him flipping that coin, knowing that he had to hit 4 bulls on his next go, regardless of what Ram did, unless he didn't close the number for some reason.
It's over. See ya.
Oh,
Excellent.
boy.
Just excellent.
That was quite the battle here for this leg here.
And it's interesting because they're averaging like little, high 4s, but that was enthralling. That whole leg, it was better than watching the 7-0 against the 4-5, matchups earlier.
Yeah, I would wholeheartedly agree because that was a two-way affair. There wasn't one-way traffic. When you're watching someone, you're forcing your opponent to respond. It is phenomenal. I truly think that. And that leg was significantly longer than debatably the whole first half almost. It was crazy.
Yeah, felt like it. We're back to big opens, big stuff.
Bert saying, do we know this is Jen and not Will with his wig on? That's the true question, everybody.
We don't know. We'll
Scientists
never
are
know.
still trying to figure it out to this day.
If you're telling me I have anything that remotely sounds like a Kansas accent, I'm gonna leave immediately.
No, I think we're just really impressed with how good Will's accent is of yours. Maybe that's what it is.
Shut the front door.
Oh boy, you can see Rick immediately starting the 19s here. Every time he has done this on an open, other than the one where he hit a 9 mark, has not been going well for him. I wonder if it's just his transition darts that are really bothering him more than anything else.
Nah, he's just too tall.
Just too tall. That's it.
Just too tall. It's just not comfortable throwing that far down.
Well, Ram must have got his tall shoes on as he hits the double 20 on the last.
My ultimate TOC memory is watching Chrissy Grimmel play the CSI and her muttering to herself, pretend that you're tall, pretend that you're tall. It's adorable.
It's so crazy, though, because we could laugh about all you want, and Rick is not happy with that dart. That was dead center of the single. We can laugh about all we want, but darts is really a sport of learning how to be self-affirming. It really is, because the nicer you are to yourself, the more positive you are, the more relaxed you feel when going for these big high-pressure moments.
I'd love to hear from the chat. What's your personal mantra that you whisper to yourself as you approach the line, especially when you're not feeling confident?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I always tell myself, for reference, I always tell myself I'm the best person throwing in that moment. I'm also the only one. As Rick finally gets to close on that last dart there, throwing a 5.0 and feeling
There
a little
you go,
frustrated.
Henze. I used to tell myself that I belong, or if I'm rushing through my round, I'd just say like, "This is your time at the line."
Well, here we go. The chat's definitely loving that question, but before we get into it, I do want to say Troy Leroy, our favorite New Zealand viewer, commented, "Afternoon, lads. No boom man this afternoon. I enjoy the Texan lady's accent." Oh man, Troy, I'm so happy you're here.
Why did you wake up and choose violence, Troy?
Listen, Troy also believes that Mike Maloney's name is Mick Maloney. So, in one way or another,
Sir,
it's great. I love it. Texas lady.
Sir, I am from Washington, and I have a city girl accent. Clearly, guys, clear as day.
Clearly, as we get
The big boom goes the dynamite. I'm the
She's
boom guy
back.
tonight, guys.
That's right. As everyone else has answered your question, most people actually said don't suck, by the way, or try not to suck. That's
suck,
the most
don't
common
suck.
answer. As we get back
Boom
to back.
goes the dynamite.
Woo! There we go. Beautiful stuff.
Can I get a yeehaw?
Yeah! I think my mic cut out during that.
I think you broke the stream. I thought it cut out, Nick.
3 in a row.
Oh, boom goes the dynamite.
Oh my
I ran
goodness.
out of air. Didn't have enough breath to get 3 out.
Oh, and now this is the potential break a throw, right? I mean, Ram is back against the wall here. He's going to be able to return the favor from earlier in the match. This is incredible timing from Guevara. More comments here, by the way. Fake it till you make it. Don't screw it up, dummy. What would Jen do? Throw the dart. Grip the effing dart. Tell myself not to flip off the camera. So yeah, thank you guys. On top of countless other answers there, we appreciate you.
Oh, excellent. We're gonna make a little book.
Well, yeah, we'll make a little collage with it all.
Oh, poor Henze. He doesn't have a chance here. Goes for the close. Why not? You know what? Just why not?
Again, when you can leave yourself 4 to 3 bowls, you're taking that 50-50. That's why he shot the last start there, expecting Ram to go ahead and do what he's doing here.
Goodness. He's not messing around. I hadn't seen Ram miss a hat trick out yet, but he opted for the cushy point lead. He's not messing around, Nick. He's trying to get the lead.
He wanted to guarantee there was no outshot for Rick here. You're right. If he gets the hat trick, he probably hits it 8 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times. But first start trip guarantees that Rick will have 0 shot here. And even with the double ball in this last start, which he does hit, of course, it's Rick Henze.
Wow.
Now Ram can go up with 3 darts for 1 bull, take the pressure off his own shoulders.
Beautiful.
Yes, I am.
That's beautiful.
Incredible stuff. And Ram Guevara gets a break on the board, taking his first lead of the match here after leg number 9. What a time to come alive. And I say come alive lightly because they're both throwing incredible right now. It was 3 9 marks in a row that really changed that leg.
Whew. All right, chat. Better question for you. What do you say to yourself when you're shooting against Nick Teixeira?
Thank God I'm only playing against Nick Teixeira. That's usually what I say. I can tell you they've said some mean words. They're not nice.
For me, at TOC, it was, I can't believe I forgot my glasses 3 nights in a row.
Every time we played. Oh,
Every time we
okay.
played.
That
was
I'm
terrible
actually
no matter what.
Annoyed because by the time we finished wrapping up, I played one more match to myself during the final day when you guys were returning the rental car and everything. And I'll tell you, I finally felt like I got the grip just right on your darts and I was nailing everything. Just like Ram goes ahead and nails
boom goes the dynamite.
Just like that. Just
I
like
almost
that.
missed your cue.
It's okay. You were so ready for it in your heart.
I was busy reminiscing of our time together.
John, you don't. John comments, I hope he doesn't cheat this time. Can we get away from the stigma that Nick cheats in darts? Can we just put a can on that one? I did cheat though. I did cheat. I'll cheat against Will every time, for the record. Not against Sean. Don't need to.
I just want to see a repeat of that 100-yard dash.
That was okay. That was not 100 yards. It felt like it because I'm out of shape. Not 100 yards. That race was illegitimate, and I do not count it towards the records. How about a 3 in the bed from the Juggernaut there, loading it up, and we're at 13.9 marks going at this point. The line was 28.5, and you can tell they only shot 6 in the first half. They've absolutely ramped it up in these last 2 legs because they've been back and forth. Well, last 3 legs now, back and forth battles. Oh man, chat's having way too much fun with your question. What have you done? You got them all. You got them
I've been
all
waiting.
riled up
I've been
tonight.
waiting for your answers.
Oh, I mean, so, Xavier says Nick who, which is fair. Jeremy says I hope my shoes are better than him. Jack says easy win. Jay Fouché says please don't lose to Nick like Will did. Yeah, you guys are having way too much fun with this.
You guys don't disappoint, and I love you all.
If I'm the man of the people, you're definitely the woman of the people.
I'm the woman.
You're just Jen Mounts, certified a woman.
Certified woman.
All right, Rick here.
Grade A
big
woman.
Big shot for the 7 mark. Rick needed to hit at least a single on that dart, though. You can see he's pulling down and left. If he hits single 16, trip 16, he gets a shot for the 17 here. Instead, Ram's going to get a chance. Wow.
I'm always amazed at that ability to correct. I think that's truly what separates the good from the bad is, do you know why you're throwing off and how do you correct it? Up, down, left, right. What do you do?
Mine is usually cry, scream, and panic. That's what I do. What about you?
Mine is fixate. I just fixate on form and mechanics like a psychopath.
That's fair. No one fixates more on their own form while throwing than Alex Spellman does, though. He'll tell you the exact angle of degree his wrist was off in his last dart. I swear, he is the most
and I believe it too.
Methodical player I think I've ever met.
Yeah, there isn't an ounce of him that can emote because it takes so much brain power to go through that mentality of being in control and being aware. That self-awareness at the board, he doesn't play stupid. Like he's a sober player. That's a totally unworldly different style than most others, whereas other people try to suppress their mind. They're trying to they take depressants. They're trying to just slow everything down and not think too much. But Alex is the complete opposite.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more there. For me, it's always been a quiet the mind because at that point, there's not much you can fix mid-match. For the average player, these guys are above average for that reason.
Wow.
They can make those micro adjustments on the fly.
Ram just tuning up the standard here. It's just, I'm excited leaning into the tail end of the match because we already saw some incredible stuff.
Well, I mean, Ram with back-to-back breaks after this win here is absolutely massive. On top of the fact that going into those game 5, 6, and 7, 4.0, 4.5, 4.8, he was below average there, and that break completely reinvigorated him and has really kind of iced down Henze that threw a 7.15, 7.0, 4.8 going into the break.
Look at him, dead on, double bowl when it's not needed. He's really feeling the bowl.
Yeah, and these
I think he's just having a little better endurance.
I think that's the case too, and that might be related to the sciatic nerve issues of Henze, right? I mean, if you're in pain and throwing, the longer the match goes on, the worse shape you'll be in. Or even John Pilgrim was in chat earlier when he was throwing. He will tell you that his shoulder starts to give out when he gets to the latter half of matches, and that's why in his last match he feels like that was one of the biggest reasons for the loss, on top of his opponent just picking up their game.
Beautiful open. Yeah, it's just that last start for Rick. I wonder, I would be curious to ask him if that has to do with adrenaline or if it's just a lack of confidence in that last moment. Because it's interesting. I feel like people do have a habitual bad dart. It's either the second or third dart typically.
Well, you see players that have 4 darts in hand, 5 darts, 6 darts in hand, depending on who they are. There's a reason that people definitely throw the third dart differently than they throw their other darts, even to the smallest of degrees. I mean, you'll see it most common with the average player walking that last dart, right? That's where it really comes into play.
Well, in terms of Rick's form and mechanics, I don't see a deviation in his overall stance and his setup. So I think it's just purely like mental, or it even could be breathing. Maybe he's inhaling on that last start or something. Something's different.
Yeah, if you guys ever want to know a great way to mess up your opponent and you didn't hear it from me, because I definitely am not known for cheating in darts, just tell them, like, hey, ask your opponent right before they get the throw. Do you inhale or exhale as you throw?
Yeah.
Ask them that. It ruins their day.
Oh, another one is do you lock your knee or not? Like everyone does, but they in the moment they're like, wait, I don't know. Do I bend my knee?
Now I'm thinking, like, what if you bend your knee and give a little jump? You get that little push up. No, don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Oh, man. Back and forth affair once again. The difference is with the second half games compared to the first is their third dart closes have not been connecting for either one of them, which has led to these elongated point battles.
Yeah, we're seeing a bit of a style shift in play here. So I'm excited to see the more like cushy point lead that we're seeing from Ram in these later legs. But we all know he's absolutely capable of huge moments to just wrap up from an aggressive start. So I think that he's going to be kind of running off with a commanding lead here soon.
Jen, I got good news for you.
What's that?
Jeremy Davis asked the question for anyone in here: how do you qualify or play in the CSC Challenger Series? Jen,
oh my gosh,
how do we
Jeremy,
play?
I'm your gal. Don't you worry. If you guys want to know how to become eligible to play in major PPD events like the CSC Challenger Series, players become eligible for those from playing in PPD leagues and daily remote tournaments. So those are DRTs. Leagues are starting daily, so just get involved by going to dartstoc.com. Check out the map. The map is going to show any locations with Bullshooter G3 boards within the PPD system. So they're always accepting new members. If you're not seeing anything in your area, have your vendor contact them on their website. From there, players can sign up for leagues. On the website, it doesn't take a ridiculous amount of games to be eligible either. So consistently playing one league a week will help keep a player eligible for this event in the future. Again, go to dartstoc.com to get signed up today.
Woohoo! Jen Mounds crushing it. That was way better than Sean trying to see how fast he can say the entire ad read in one breath.
In one breath?
It's crazy.
Oh, a beautiful boom goes the dynamite. Poor Ram.
We love it. We love it. Guys, we're having a great time watching this match. I appreciate that we, even despite the crash, we have over 1,100, 1,200 of you guys tuning in right now across all four of our platforms. Do appreciate it. And no, guys, that was not a pre-recorded ad read. That was Jen actually doing it. You guys are such simps. I swear.
Give me an ad read right now, guys. Go ahead, and I'll do it live. And name anything. I'll market it.
Name a thing.
Name a thing, and I'll market it. Nick, you pick your favorite one. Keep it clean.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I'll pick the worst one. Don't you worry. Oh, man. Ram's total momentum steal right now, by the way. He is dominating post-break. Rams continuing to just kind of push along this game here, sealing a 7-4 advantage after 4-3 up 3 on the spin after Ram hits 3 bulls. Here we go. Scrub Daddy. That's a great one. I appreciate that, Donald.
Scrub Daddy. Oh my gosh. That's as seen on Shark Tank, folks. Scrub Daddy, the #1 cleaning utensil. If you don't have one, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Go to scrubdaddy.genmounts.com for your discount code today.
I'm annoyed how good that was.
It was terrible. I don't even know what Scrub Daddy is.
Oh, what? You never owned a Scrub Daddy? Is that real?
No, I don't. I'm assuming it's something that cleans something.
Yeah,
beautiful Ram.
Yeah.
He's on fire, you guys.
Yeah, he's Scrub Daddy in the dartboard there. 6.12 on the win. That's terrible. Don't use that take. Incredible stuff, guys.
So Nick, we've got a 7-4 lead now for Ram, right?
That is correct. We do have a 7-4 lead, and we're at that pivotal point where right now Ram is closer to the finish line than Rick Henze is to him. That usually, I would say, at this point in time, would have a 90+% win ratio here, unless barring errors from Ram. It's heavily favored in his direction, which is crazy because Rick was almost up 5-2 in the break, ended up 4-3 up.
Oh, that last dart. I'm cursing him. I should have never have said anything. It's the commentator's curse. Oh gosh, Nick, speaking of that, I developed a new one. It's the photographer's curse. So I would walk forward during TOC to capture the last moments, and then they would miss the out. And I did it like 5 times in a row in this one match. And this guy like looked over at me like, just stop walking out there.
Just stop. Oh,
just stop it.
I always love to try to coach players while I'm taking their photos to like what to do, and they're just looking at me like, I like, get away. I'm trying to throw darts and I don't want to do your silly poses.
Yeah.
Jeremy with the follow-up in chat saying, thank you. I just joined a doubles league and I'm looking to continuously get better, and hopefully soon I'll be up there throwing against these guys and everyone else.
Aww.
Enjoy y'all's commentary, and y'all definitely keep things interesting and fun. Well, I didn't realize that was someone that messing with us and actually asking for a real ad read. That was great.
Jeremy,
welcome to the club.
Jeremy, say less, Jeremy. We got you.
You're in. You are in, but yeah, no. If there's somebody that deserves a comeback from a 4-to-8 ratio for the record, it is Ram, because Ram almost completed that comeback season 5 against Mike Maloney in the season 5 finals, where he was down 8-4, ran it all the way back, and then lost in the last leg decider. Rick Henze is also capable of putting on such a performance. The hard part is just there's not really anything wrong with Ram's game post break, and Rick has started to show a little bit of kinks in the armor would be the word I would use. Glorious.
Oh, goodness.
You didn't say boom. I'm proud of you.
I I don't know if it's every time. Is it just sometimes? And I already made the mistake of the 2-8 marks, so I think that I'm gonna just put myself in timeout.
That's fine. You don't need to put yourself in timeout. Instead, I'm gonna ask the chat a question here, and since my boss, guys, Jen Mounts is one of my bosses. We don't consider Will Stewart a boss. No, I'm just kidding. Jen is the boss, though. Guys, leave a comment. Would you get a set of Nick Teixeira darts? Let us know right now. I know the person that can make it happen. Jeff Hartman, he is throwing 9-gram barrels, down from 9.2 grams, which was his previous set.
It's not unheard of. I mean, we actually at A to Z, we sell quite a lot of 12-gram. That's kind of the more popular low weight, but down to the 9s as well. So 10-gram, 9-gram. However, I would say for professional level play, 9 is very low. I think that might be the lowest. Well, actually, what's Porky's setup?
Porky was throwing at 12.5 gram dart. He is back up to a 18-gram barrel as he just had his new Dart Militia barrels come out. That's
right. I couldn't remember how low it was initially with the house darts.
Yeah, he was throwing the L-style lip darts. Actually, the only dart that L-style produces is the bar lip darts that they have. So 12.5 grams, now up to the formations from Dart Militia, I believe 18 grams. And it's one of the only dart sets that comes with 4 barrels. So pretty cool stuff there.
Okay, Rick might make things interesting here. He's kind of he's had control of this leg. That was a bit of a slip from Ram. I think might even just go straight for the 16s at this point. I don't know. He wasn't feeling super comfortable on them, though, in prior legs. So, nope, he opts to point. Oh, he was going for that 18-15 transition, which I love, by the way, just that straight line down. Folks practice not only the 16-15 combo, but the transition of 19-17, 18-15, too.
Yeah, and it's also just smart mathematically getting that third number up on the board, even though Ram Guevara hits boom goes the dynamite. In the same vein. Thank you. I've been really practicing. That's real.
I was talking about Ram's darts, but go ahead and take the credit, Nick.
You meant my call. That's cool. I'm already not used to being complimented on this show, so it's fine. But you can see, I liked the shot from Rick because it forced Ram to have to hit a 3 in the bed. Unfortunately, Rick didn't hit the good follow-up shot, and now Ram's going to take a number or 2 away, at least the 17s.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of people that immediately said no to, or who's Nick, to my question, by the way, about my barrels.
Yeah, I love it.
You guys can leave. I don't need you. I'm just saying, please don't. We need the numbers. I need the shop.
How about a dynamite-shaped barrel for Sean Green, folks?
Ooh, that's a juicer. Just like that shot.
Gorgeous.
And that was directed at the darts. Great shot there from Rick Henze. And look at this. Ram's just going to fire right back. Finds a 7.
Oh. This is crazy.
Yeah, this is in both players. I mean, they're almost 10 rounds in this game. Yeah, they're on round 10 right now. 6.33 plays 6.56. You have to give advantage because Henze has the other numbers. And now he definitely has the advantage.
Oh, and it's done. And it's done.
But this is the math
Smart.
on it, right?
Last start. Yeah.
How many times does Rick have to defend Ram going second, throwing a 6.56? Now, eventually, Ram will get the start, including the next leg. He will get the start, assuming Rick wins this. He has to survive a 6.4 going first, and that's the hard part of coming back from this position.
Okay, I anticipate a bull double bull.
There's the bull.
Great marker. Oh, just above. That's okay. That's okay. Third one in there. Fits like a glove. No problem. We're back into a more competitive match, folks.
Yeah, a six plays a 6.4, and that shows the power of going first there. And a big win for Rick. He needs to ride this momentum, though. He's got a leg on the board. It's very important for him to get a break right here. You don't want to have Ram have multiple games where he's on match point.
I would say this is the most crucial single leg for Rick. He has to win this.
Ram says no as he rams in a 9 mark there.
Oh, no. To your comment, not to his darts. His darts are great.
What I said was bad?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, it's been a good run. I guess I just got fired. Never going to see those barrels anyways.
It was just a little racy.
That was the line.
That's the line. That's the line that I'm setting.
Oh, Rick, only a 5 mark. If Ram collects going 19-17 transition, this could be huge. There's the 19. Here's the 17. Stay on for the marker. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Jinx.
You owe me a soda?
You owe me a set of Will Stewart darts, autographed.
That's fine. You can have them. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The Ram lost with the highest losing average at a 6.4 tonight. Rick Henze holds the highest, a winning average at a 7.15 tonight. And it just seems the tenacity from Ram as their averages have almost equaled out. Rick Henze has cooled down to around the 5.5 range. Graham Guevara at the 5.4 range in average.
Dominance from Guevara with the white horse close to just absolutely guarantee this leg and perhaps the match.
I was going to do the horse noise, guys, but I decided to spare you today.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and this is the problem. So now it's going to be match point Ram, and Rick has to get 3 on the spin, win the diddle, win the last leg. That's a very hard position to find yourself in. Again, if there is a person to do it, Rick Henze absolutely can, but he knows that this is about to be one of the hardest feats possible if he's going to accomplish it.
Yeah, we're going to need to see 7+ NPR, I think, from Rick to accomplish that.
Especially when we see the new highest average of the night, 7.64, excuse me.
7.64. Sensational darts by Ram.
And that was the first time where Ram is...
late.
Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead, my liege, please.
No, please.
This is your show. This is your show. I'm just a guest in your honor.
It's our show, comrade. It's our show. Anyways.
No, really, Nick. Go ahead.
I'm going to be honest. I completely lost the train of thought there. How about we hear a word from our sponsor?
Excellent transition. All right, guys. Before it's too late, don't forget to purchase the Shot Blazed Dart of the Month, and you get to automatically enter into a raffle to win a signed Michael Smith Achieve soft tip darts in 18 grams. Those were signed over in New York during the U.S. Darts Masters. Winner will be announced on November 1st. Good luck to everyone. You can also get quick boom goes the dynamite. You can also get a free Winmore Fusion set when you buy select player darts from Winmore until October 31st. And of course, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we've got our October Vibes collection going on. So wear pink, wear your spooky mashup of Halloween and breast cancer awareness darts and jerseys. For all things new in darts, got to check out our Colonial launch. Some handsome and more handsome faces on that banner. So many things happening. Just click on the banners. Back-to-back booms. See, terrible timing. I knew it. A to ZDarts.com.
The players are instructed to throw 9 marks only when we're doing ad reads, by the way. That is
Yes.
actually just a rule.
Yes.
Ram,
Absolutely horrible.
on match point doing this, it's so hard. You get match point anxiety and you feel like your hands are shaking. You don't want to cross that finish line. Ram is not having that right now. He is absolutely doing everything in his power. That is now 7, 8, 9 in a row for Ram Guevara.
Where's the horsey? None?
This board only considers white horses if it has no marks from either player, not just the one. I know.
Nope. That was a board awareness issue for me. That's my fault.
No, it's okay. The horsey's in our hearts, or the sauce.
I was so stoked to hear
at Arby's.
I was stoked that you had a chance to redeem yourself, but no, maybe perhaps one more chance.
Well, Ram Guevara here, 16s, 15s onto the Bulls. 10.
Nope, he's playing it safe.
Oh,
he's not messing around.
10 triples in a row, 11 for 12 on him, Jen. This is crazy.
I'm ready to take.
Rick's throwing a 5.7. He's fine. He's not even throwing bad. This is crazy.
Oof. Oh goodness. Even the 9 wouldn't have been it though. Sadly, I mean, gosh, he caught fire a little too late.
And really, Rick's going to be thinking, man, I was playing so hot, and then one leg after the break is all he was able to capture as Ram Guevara sets it just teed up perfectly here. And you can see Rick smiling about, though, and everyone in the bar is intently watching, right? It's not a testament to anything other than Ram is really playing that well, and honestly, Rick should be happy with how he performed tonight.
Agreed. I do love the audience supporting the players locally. That's one of my favorite parts of the show.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree.
Sensational. Absolutely brilliant.
And Ram gets it done. 7.31. Wow. Incredible. And you can see all the love at the bar there. You can see at Carrie's bar in Minnesota, giving the support to Ram and Rick as well. And you can see over here at the stadium in Houston, Texas, they're giving love there. You can see Daryl Cortez with the those are decent Nikes for once, and everybody else there giving support. Congratulations, Ram Guevara making a 3rd place appearance once again in the CSC Challenger Series. Last time he was in 3rd place, he played Leonard Gates to get back to the final, which he did successfully. This is some good stuff in store for us here, Jen. I'm so enthralled. I'm so ready for every bit of it here.
I just can't believe how far you guys have come each season. I mean, shout out to the folks in the chat who have been watching every season. It's been a long run, surprisingly, and it feels like it goes by so fast. Don't the seasons feel shorter and shorter?
Yeah, they absolutely do. And that's not just because Ram Guevara is short, but also just because it really does fly by so fast for us. We're on week 8. It really feels like week 1 was just the other day. But that's also just a testament to the growth of the game, right? I mean, we're at more and more gigs than ever. PPD's putting on bigger and bigger shows than ever as well. It's just part of the process, I guess. It's just the fact that it's growing, and that's thanks to each and every one of you guys at home constantly tuning in, giving us your love and support, or being a hater on saying you wouldn't buy my barrels. Whatever it is, we appreciate it.
Shout out to the haters. It's for our amusement, and someone's got to be the butt of the joke, and I think Nick is always happy to volunteer, so thank you.
Hey, chat, real quick. Everyone screenshot this right now and make your profile picture Jen Mounts' cat ear headphones. Right now. Make it temporary profile picture. Jen Mounts cat ear headphones. Make it there. I that's all you have to do. Right there. There you go. Clip that. You know I will. Jen, what was your thoughts, right? This is your first time actually being in for a full CSC match. What was your final thoughts on everything?
Well, my thoughts were, my head was so clear because I didn't have Sean and Will just berating me with banter the entire time, which I don't think you guys understand how hard it is to watch a match just that alone and to have thoughts regarding that. But to do it with Will and Sean is next level. So Nick and I, we just have that same level of ADHD, and I think it just jives. So I just love it.
It really jives for sure.
It chives on. I'm truly impressed. I mean, I think we saw big moments from each of them, and I would have loved to see more of a competitive finish. But from the start, like I said, I was sweating, took some layers off. I was ready to throw my bra on the screen. I don't know, at the screen. Something was going to happen.
Don't do that.
But Nick would have taken credit for it.
Your wife's in chat. Tears is here. Stop it.
The door's closed. She's probably watching the stream in the other room.
She said you're a K-pop star in chat just now.
Oh, did she? Oh no, she's listening. Oh God, I definitely thought she would have muted it.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Folks, next match, I'll be freshly divorced and looking for a pick me up. So, anyway, thank you so much for watching. It has been a good run. We're so happy to be a group and a team. It's so fun, and it makes it that much more fun that you join in on the conversation with us. And I know I'm not always around, but I'm in the background always. So don't worry, I'm keeping the boys in line, and I think that they're doing great things.
Yeah, she actually beats us when you're not around, guys. She keeps us in line physically. My left arm still hurts, guys. Big important reminder, on Wednesday, John Huesman playing out of All Seasons in Tacoma, Washington, taking on Steve Hilger, a.k.a. Porky, out of let me rephrase it. It was Buzzard's Nest, I believe, is where he's going to be playing out of. I almost said the wrong bar. Yeah, that's going to be our King Seat match for Division 2. It's going to be absolutely excellent. It should be your regularly scheduled subpar commentary, guys. But we hope you appreciated our little Hapadash stream tonight with Jen and myself. Besides that, give us a little follow, everybody. We're looking forward to seeing you next time.
Thanks for having me. See you guys maybe next time.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll be fired too. It's goodbye.